everyone, and welcome back to another video, the T on NPD and relationships. So of course, before we get started, I want to invite you to hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, and come follow me as we discover our destinies. To my new subscribers and new followers, welcome. To my tribe and family at large, listen, welcome back. Thank you for visiting my media resource and finding value in something that I have to say. I appreciate your time. And listen, if you like the content that I am bringing to you, why don't we let the YouTube community know by simply hitting that like button? It gives our tribe and our family right here the greatest opportunity to grow. So before we get started, of course, I want to mention that I am a certified professional life coach. If you are desiring life coaching services, please email me at theteaonnpd@gmail.com. That is theteaonnpd@gmail.com. Also, I want to draw your attention to our Thursday night live, y'all. We go live on the channel every Thursday night at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'd like to invite each and every one of you out to the live stream. It is absolutely amazing dialogue, listen, information, and inspiration. So I want to invite you all out to that. Certainly, our community tab, there's great information in the community tab. The cruise information is there. Also, my life coaching pricing menu is in the community tab, and a lot of good information about the channel, upcoming events and live streams and all of that good stuff, inspirational as well. Last but certainly not least, our merch store, y'all. It is available right here on the channel, and that is by Teespring. Get your T on NPD merchandise right here on the channel, y'all, through Teespring. So let's get into this video though. Let's talk about this thing. I got some news for y'all today, okay? We about to break this thing all the way down, okay? You saw the topic, the truth about why the narcissist needs supply. Your supply. Somebody else as supply. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So, you know, here on my channel, I cover the natural aspect. You know, I'm going to talk to you about the spiritual aspect as well, right? So let's talk about the actual, what is supply? You know, let's talk about it. So supply would be considered in our language, in our terms, as like your life force, okay? This is what it is. This is how it equates to a narcissist. It's your energy. It's your life force. It's your emotion. It's all of these things coming together that you are able to actually manufacture on your own. A narcissist is not able to manufacture on their own feelings of joy, happiness. I mean, not genuinely. Now, they can fake it till they make it. Okay, yeah, they could do that. But genuinely, these are emotions that they just genuinely do not possess. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. We're going to get to the why. Because when I tell you when I tell you about the why, it's going to really open your eyes as to what you are actually dealing with or hopefully were dealing with. So this is your life force, your energy. That's why I made a video about why did you always feel so drained with the narcissist, you know, and I told you about the spiritual aspect with that, you know, and all of the different things that they were doing to you to draw the emotion out of you that was just so absolutely draining, y'all. So let's talk about this supply. So when we talk about supply, narcissists, especially during this pandemic, they've had a hard time during this lock-in and this quarantine because they can't get out and have interaction with others to actually get the supply that they need. Because remember now, they cannot process these feelings genuinely on their own. They need you, okay? They need you for that. So what they do is they go to different people for, you know, they label their supply however they want to. But here's the deal, y'all. The reason it is supplied to them is because internally, the narcissist, because of the false self, and the false self basically, I like to say, basically did away with or annihilated the true self. So now, and you know what I call the false self, which is nothing more than just their ego. You know what I call the false self. The false self is nothing more than a demonic entity that is controlling that individual. Okay? Now, what do we know about a demonic entity? Demons are never happy. Demons are not filled with joy. Demons don't have that capability and ability to feel those types of emotions. Now, let's backtrack a minute. So, what are the genuine emotions that a narcissist can actually feel? Well, we know by looking at all of the educational information and the data that has been collected, the two feelings that they genuinely feel. Okay. Well, actually, jealousy is one as well. Well, actually, let's see. Let's talk about it's actually envy, jealousy, rage, and shame. Okay. Those are the feelings that they can actually genuinely manufacture on their own. They don't need no help with that. Well, you know why? Because that demon that resides in them, that demon possesses all of those different traits naturally. Why? Because their father Lucifer is giving them all of that, because he is the epitome of all of those four things that I just named: envy, jealousy, rage, and shame. He's the epitome of that. So that's why they can manufacture those feelings genuinely. But a demon can't manufacture joy. It cannot manufacture happiness and peace. No. So all of that has to be garnered from you. They have to supply that. They have to drain that supply, those emotions from you. And what they do is they drain it out of you so so the false self can remanufacture that thing and act like it's really them. But it's not them. It's just the false self mirroring what you do. Now, what you have to understand is these particular emotions, feelings, this type of energy, it is your life force. This is how you make it and you become stable and emotionally balanced. You see what I'm saying? Throughout your day-to-day regimen, right? A narcissist doesn't possess this. Without these emotions, y'all, you'll lose your mind. You will go crazy. Without your energy, your life force, you will literally lose your mind. It will drive you crazy. But see, you're not crazy. You haven't lost your mind because you are able to actually generate these emotions on your own. A narcissist doesn't have the ability to do that. So without the ability to do that, they have to go out and get supply. You, my brother, my sister, kings, queens, okay? You are the people that they are drawing this life force out of, because that demon can't give them feelings of happiness and joy and peace and love and all of this. They're only working with the cards that they're dealt, which is that demonic entity on the inside of them. Yeah. So, I got to break this thing down for you all so you know exactly what you're dealing with. That supply is their life force. They need to feel these feelings of joy. They need to feel and they don't even genuinely feel it. It's just the false self remanufacturing it and putting it out there as if it's genuine, and it's not. They're only mirroring what they saw you do. That's why they stay in a constant state of depression and paranoia. A lot of them are schizoid because these emotions that they are mirroring from their supplies are not genuine. It's not authentic, y'all. It's not authentic. So when you look at the spiritual side of that thing and you see what you are actually dealing with, man, you're talking about a spiritual cesspool? That's exactly what it is. Because when you understand what supply actually is to them, it is another person's life force. It is another person's energy. Check this out. Check this out. Let me go a little deeper. A demon cannot exist. Hold on, y'all listen to me. Cannot exist in the natural realm without a host. Who's the host? It has to be a human body. Now check this out. An angel doesn't need a human body to reside in because an angel is already alive. They have life. Why? Because they are of the Father, of the Almighty Creator, which is the giver of life. See, Satan can't give life. He can only try to replicate what God does, but he can't give life. God can only give life. Okay? I want you to really get this down in your soul, because this revelation is going to help y'all. It's going to help somebody. See, so the demon, listen, is dead because their future is nothing but devastation and destruction. They already know where they're going. Okay? So they're dead. But they can only become alive when they come into the host of a human body. Yeah, sure, they have life in the spiritual realm and they're able to move in the spiritual realm, but the essence of who they are is dead. Why? Because we already know where they're headed. We already know where the future lies for these demonic entities. So the way that they garner life and to be able to see, and it's not genuine now. It's not genuine. But the way that they take on life is to get inside a host and to begin to draw emotion out of other people. And notice this. Let me put the pieces all together. Notice this. A narcissist much rather have your negative supply. I'm telling y'all what it is now. They much rather have your negative supply than your positive supply. And hence, this is why they love to argue. This is why they love to gaslight you, because they know that they are lying on you. They know that a natural person is going to step up and say, hey, no, I did see that. Oh, no, I never did that, when they're projecting onto you and doing all of these abusive tactics. I mean, running you up and down and over through there, okay? With all of these different abuse tactics that they have going on. Yeah, so when they would much rather have your negative supply, because that more closely resembles or feels more comfortable to the entity that is inside of them, which is demonic. Okay? So that demon loved that negative energy from you. And then the energy, that light, is still life-giving energy to them, because it's something that comes from a genuine person. So even in your negativity, it's still giving life to them because you are pure. These are emotions that you are manufacturing genuinely, that they cannot manufacture, even if it is a feeling of anger, even if it's a feeling of disappointment. See, now we often hear that narcissists really have two basic emotions. That's shame and rage. What do you think demons have? I'll wait. Exactly. That's exactly how they operate and move. Exactly how they operate and move. Why? Because they're full of rage. They got kicked out of heaven with the third of the angels. Just listen, Lucifer got kicked out of heaven with the third of the angels. And those angels is what you see as demons. Those angels became demons. I'm going deep, y'all. I gotta go deep, because I gotta let you know spiritually what you're dealing with when you are dealing with these entities. These people, if you can call them that, are nothing more. The supply that you give them gives them the life force that they need to survive. That's why we say, when you get done with a narcissist and you are done and you know what you are dealing with, cut them off. No contact. You cut them demons off, because that's how you starve them. That's how you basically buckle them to their knees, is you deny them supply. In other words, you deny them your life force. You deny them access to your life force, which is your energy, which are your emotions, which turns into their supply, which makes them feel alive. Get it? Because they are nothing more than dead men and women walking. Why? Because of the spirit that possesses them is a spirit of death. It is, because it's demonic. Where is a demon ultimately headed? We already know. Fire and brimstone is their future. We already know. They already know. That's why they hate you. That's why the narcissist hates you so much. It's because they need you, and they hate the fact that you have an opportunity to enjoy everlasting life with the Father, something that they had that they will never have again. Ever have again. Why? Because they chose to follow a lie, which was nothing more than what Lucifer presented to them before they were actually kicked out of heaven right along with him. And the Bible says that they fell like lightning, baby. Yes, they fell like lightning from heaven. You got to get this and grasp the spiritual concept of this thing, because it will help you understand why they only can manufacture the emotions of jealousy, anger, envy, rage, because of the spirit that resides in them. Angels don't need a body to do a work in the natural. They don't need a body for that. God will place them wherever he wants to place them. A demon needs a body because it's dead. So it has to go into a living host to become alive, and it has to draw more life force from other living individuals in order to survive. Got it? This is why. And I want you to hear me and hear me well. This is the real reason why they need supply. Breaking it down from a natural, then to a spiritual. Because you know me, y'all. Y'all know how I like to keep it all the way 100. And I'm going to cover the gamut. Come on here, somebody. When you recognize what you are dealing with, the first thing that you need to do is cut it off, keep it moving, baby, close and seal that door with cement and the blood of Jesus, and baby, you keep it moving. Strategy, you go no contact, and I mean, if you got children with this demon, you make sure you go low to no contact. Gray rock is your go-to. If you can't just eliminate the relationship or the addiction ship, as I like to call it. But this is the real reason why they need supply. They don't possess the ability to manufacture this life force on their own. See, with the annihilation of the true self, that was it. The false self has to be reloaded with all of the things that the true self could have manufactured on its own, because the true self would have been connected to the soul. The false self, because it's a demonic presence, it can't connect with the soul, right? So it doesn't manufacture these feelings genuinely of love, happiness, peace, joy. I mean, everything that is in the Bible about the fruit of the Spirit. Come on here, somebody. I want you all to be sharp and to understand what's happening in the spiritual realm as well as what's happening in the natural realm, because understand and know that there is always a scene behind the scene. And that is the spiritual realm is where it first jumps off before it manifests in the natural realm. That's it. So strategy, of course, when you find out, you shut that door, you no contact, you starve that demon, and you keep it moving, snatching power grids, baby. This is what we do. This is absolutely what we do. And this should be revelation to you, and I hope it blesses your soul and you actually take a look at what you've been dealing with, and you will see how this has played out in your life, in the addictionships with these demonic forces. That's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. So I wanted to bring this to you all because I wanted to give you all the revelation that I was given about this supply and the real reason why they need you as their supply. The real reason. Because this is what is happening in the spiritual realm and what is happening in the natural realm. And when you can understand that and you gain this knowledge and you apply it, baby, listen, I already told you, you're the bomb.com, baby. And the fact that you're able to learn and you're teachable and you're trainable and you can understand mistakes. See, you're already doing something that a narcissist can't. Because at the core of learning is empathy. They don't possess that. All right. So I wanted to bring this to you all. I hope this helps you. And I hope it helps you to really understand that supply, why the narcissist needs you as their supply. Until the next video, I love you all. If you all haven't hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you all at the top. All right, till the next video. Ciao.